Hello, this is Jared, and this is my second attempt at Life Found a Way achievement. Haven't given up on doing this with hard mode. Let's let this go again a second time. Now that I have a little bit of experience with this asteroid, I mean only 10 cycles worth, but nonetheless, I'm bringing in the specialists. So we've got one really good digger and two really good dupes at construction. Let's embark on this mission once again. So standard stuff. I'm going to go through here, disable that. Schedule, I don't see why we're given breaks. And yeah, I will get ready for a plan. So my plan this time is to go up first at priority and set up the living area a little bit higher up. I think last time I did down here thinking we'll be further away from impact. But I very much want to have my living area close to where we're going to try to do some construction. I also notice the research portal, I believe, is above here. So there's slight differences. I don't know if this ends up being a very different asteroid. I mean, this doesn't look as familiar as I thought. Could just be me. We'll keep going. Anyways, some buried objects up in this zone. Once we start taking this out, then we can create a barracks and latrine. And of course, the giant threat that's going to be here in less than 10 cycles. .8 to be exact right now. Alright, kind of odd how that this thing is perched towards the top. Pretty sure once I get to the top, I'll recognize whether definitely this is a different asteroid or not, but it's different. It's different. Okay. Just going to take a moment to assign specialty skills here in priorities. So we'll do digging and construction for that. Keep this on. Oh. Huh. Okay, let's adjust our plan maybe a little bit, shall we? So, I had thought we were going to be on the same asteroid every time, with maybe just subtle differences, like locations of plants and that. Doesn't appear to be the case. But anyways, we're going to get a barracks and latrine. Once this is together, then I'll see about tackling a plan. Still pretty close to the impact zone. Let's put in some more laddering along here. Take that out. Oh yeah, no one's doing doors because based on priorities, but that's alright. That's being addressed. Whew. Okay, now I will think about what I'm going to try. This is interesting because this gives me the ability to make vacuum tiles here now that I've got different... It's vacuum, not vacuum, but gas bubbles that has me worried most. Though I did have... Oh, and now my uranium ore is not in the blast zone. Kind of disappointed that this is so different every time, but okay. Let's see if I can take advantage of this. So, I don't know if I'm being greedy here, but I'm trying to get as close to this as possible. Not as close as last time, but my rule is going to be I want to be 3 tiles away from where I'm creating the vacuum. I'm hoping that's going to be enough buffer. Let's see how this plays out. The other thing, again, maybe being greedy, but I want to go in here and grab some resources. Not entirely sure if we've got time. One of the things I want is water. Bring that back later. And some of this metal. I don't have such a strong dupe that can carry... So we've got a good amount of water up there, and like last time, there's some water here, here, and here. I see some salt water. Alright, let me keep making a plan over here. So I'm going to keep going up. Trying to get this to be a vacuum tile up in this direction. Hold, yeah. I'll have to keep doing builds. Whew. Okay, well, dupes are going to take a little bit of a break. We want to have another dupe join us at some point. So maybe take this out, see a little bit of food. Some water that is in the way. Do that. Put another cot. Okay, it's 4 cots for now. Here, we could do this, and then this. Make it easy to get up to grab some resources from the area that's going to be lost. We'll get a ladder in there. And let's get a ladder right there to get across here. We'll have to develop possibly if this doesn't work out some techniques to make this work a little bit more efficiently. Maybe keeping all the dupes in one area, kind of having this working on the left and the right at the same time. Maybe not smart, just because it causes them to have to run back and forth. All right, and then where did I plant? Let's maybe go one more. Now they're going to do a dig over here. Yeah, this is essentially what I'm trying to avoid. Okay, let's concentrate on this side, guys. Oh, break time. Okay, at this point then, we'll go diagonal from here, so I've got to fill this in. Destroy this. I almost feel like I wish I had a door. Where are you going? Going to dig. Down there. Hold on. Cancel that. Let's keep you guys all together here. So that is that. Let's do this and this. Alright, and then see about filling in this. I meant that to be 2 though. I can see this, working on this technique is going to be a key thing. This is just the first attempt. I'm sure I'll have very different methods once I play this a few times more through. Alright, question whether I'm too close or not, but oh, we missed one. I guess what I can do is... Oh yeah, that'll work. Take that, because I didn't realize you're trapped. Take that out. And we've got a vacuum up into this point. Now I'm going to assume that this is pretty much just going to be hot stuff that's landing here. So maybe 1, 2, 3 go with the same principle. And maybe, like say if we go like this. Oh, can't do that one just yet, but let's just get up there. Okay, everyone else just do some digging there. Take that out. Fill that in. What's going on? What's going on? Everyone's idle. 1, 2, 3. You're eating food. Can you not unreachable. Unreachable. I didn't realize. Okay. Okay. And then take that out. Take that out. And no one can dig through granite at the moment, so I guess that's as far as I will go there. Maybe we'll do this next. Okay. Okay, no one can reach that. Okay, and can kind of continue. So that gets us there. I better start moving. I don't know if I should fill this in, but let's just do it. Go down diagonal from here, I'm thinking. A little bit of food to grab. Visiting the outhouses. And then back at our project. We're trying to survive. So that's where I want one of the vacuum tiles to be. Put one there. Take that out. Put something here. Just worried that I might be keeping these guys idle too much, but start maybe making a little bit more tasks for them to do. Let's go across like that. If I do that, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Were we 17,000 calories? You should find some food. Just a bit more of progress. Technically, that's going to block us off, but I can just make a path out that way if we need to get there later on. So that is the left side. Now we'll work on completing the right side. Glad to see that we'll have uranium ore this time. I already have regrets on the location of our barracks. Continue this process nonetheless. So I want to fill this in. Just don't see how this is... Okay, maybe that just needs to happen like this. I'll need to get in there. Let's go there. Fill this in too. Okay, that's, I'm assuming, going to be built by somebody. Oh, we can do this at least. Okay, take that out. And that will take us from here to here to here. We've got to fill this in. As well as this and this. Maybe get a bridge across like that. Try to avoid stress here with all the liquid on the ground. We're doing a bit of a mop up. So earlier on, my plan, I don't know now what I'm going to do. It's only seconds to the next dupe. I was going to get a dupe that could dig through abyssalite. I still may do that anyway. But my thinking is I wanted to save the uranium ore. I thought maybe that would be important. But appears to not be on the side of danger this time around. Alright, I will continue on then. Maybe this is going to be the save point, the point to meet up to, because this Bissolite, I mean, I'm thinking it should be fine after impact. So we just need to get from there to there. And then we'll have to, the only thing is we've got this to deal with. We'll deal with that later on. Try to snag some resources before that gets cut off. Alright, take a moment to figure out how this should be done. So the next part, we're going to get a ladder. Create a vacuum system right along there. Some things need to be filled in down here. Can take that out. We can put that in there. We need ladder there. Oh, and we need another dupe. Next dupe I'm bringing in is rock. I'm getting the hard digging skill by default. I could assign this here. I'm just worried about morale, so I might hold off on a second, but that would allow me the ability to dig through Abyssalite soon. Not worrying about as much setup here as I did last time. Really happy that the pitcher pump is located next to some water. Or rather, the water is located next to the printing pod, so we can have this very convenient setup. With the idea that I can get a micro musher here. That's for later on. Once our calorie starts running low. And I'm thinking, oh, I see. Yeah, right. We said we were going to do that. Go up like this then, so that we can get back up into this space. Maybe have that point this way. Okay, kind of keep these guys together maybe. With a focus on this part of the project. Okay, so yeah, I guess this little section just rock's gonna be, well, until we get over here, I suppose. And I've got a bin for some bleach stone that we might be going through too. And get these guys to work on a ladder. Rock continues on over here. I see a little bit of bleach stone. This is 2 tiles that I need to fill in. Take that out to there. Okay, and let's put our bleach stone right down here so we don't get too much chlorine. Tile here that can be filled in. And someone's going to go grab that. So that means we can take that out. Take that out. Might need to continue on like that though. Is that reachable? What's going on? What's going on? I'm assuming it's not, even though it doesn't say that it's not. Just gonna plan now to get some ladders in here. Right. Take that out. Maybe another ladder so we can get up. So we will want to fill that in. Take that out. Try, yeah, that looks right. Go fill this in. Some more ladders. Take take that out. We can take that out. We can take that out. So now we've got coverage up to... Okay, forget this. And do I go the whole way? Or are we at cycle 4? There's this hot area anyways. This is hilarious. It's just going to be replaced, I guess. And we could come back later and do this zone there as well. And I've got to really do something about this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying stuff. But, yeah, I'll make a plan to get across here. So plan is to continue along here. We're having idle dupes along in this process. Okay, well that is another cycle done. At some point I can vision this is cycle 1, 2, I've got to do this. Cycle 2, 3, I've got to do that. I mean, this is just my second attempt. Okay, you guys are waiting. Maybe I can notice that this needs to be filled in. At this point, I should be making stuff out of sedimentary rock, maybe. Take through some of this granite. Is that gonna... Yeah, that'll be needed. And let's take this now. Do that either granite or sedimentary rock. Something that's local is kind of what I'm thinking. Did I do priority for rock and digging? I didn't. Ooh, I did not. Okay. Let's add some more. Though... Rock, where are you? Where are you, Rock? Oh, you're probably on break. Going to eat. Well, okay, yeah. You kind of... Let's get everyone out of there. Take that out. Take that out. And this might be as far as we can go until Rock finishes eating. Let's just double check what we've got. I think we've got coverage all the way to over here. Maybe I'll take a little bit of time to start removing resources up here. Okay, Rock. Let's get you to focus over here so we can get that construction done. But everyone else, we can start digging through this. I want to get some water. We won't actually remove it yet. I want to get some metal ore. A little bit nervous about that plan. Will we be able to actually carry it out in time? And now back to finishing this up. Take that out. Take that out. But I guess that one as well. Not quite. Okay, so we've covered ourselves to there. Oh, we can't do bleach stone, because that's just going to make gas, right? How to fill this in. Let's maybe do this. Take that out. And one more. and someone takes that out, then we would have completed. And I'm not gonna... We've got Abyssalite covering us along this path, so I'm gonna say we are done on the left side. I mean, this might not be enough of a length, but now I've got a decision to make. Do I go grab a bunch of resources and wait for this to play out? Or do I go up in here knowing that we're going to have massive heat? It's going to be going down this direction. Why don't we go explore this to see if that's worth trying to save? So I've told Rock, you're the only one that can go in this direction since that's going to be a Abyssalite-based project. And I'm going to up their skill. Looking at morale, this gives them... Oh, that's right. They're interested in that. It's kind of nice. So now we can go through the Abyssalite. The rest of the dupes are going to go extract some resources. Metal, since we're... Are we on an asteroid that's metal poor? Medium boulders, geoactive, volcanic. Oh, I had made the assumption that we were always going to get a metal poor asteroid. But it's geoactive plus. I wonder if that's a common thing. I wonder if the geysers are also... Must be in different locations, because I didn't remember one being there. I wonder if the actual types are different as well. Probably. My rule did not work, did it? No, because they can go diagonal. Oh well. Let it go through. Well, this is forcing them to just get their feet wet, won't it? They've got nothing else to do. Let's collect some of this nickel ore. Kind of like this plan last time, except for the fact we don't really have a strong dupe. So I'm not sure this time what I think of that. Calories. Gonna have to go find some food. Definitely the next dupe is gonna have to be concentrating on cooking. Might take a moment to look for some buried objects up here too. So carved out a path, some buried objects around here. I might inadvertently be just driving some of this magma to the closer tiles. So that maybe this is going to backfire, but we'll see. I made this a priority, so rock should be coming up here to finish our Abyssalite work. Hoping this is going to drive up calories, looking for a few more buried objects. Yeah, that'll still work, I think. So we've got a little bit of a cold area to work in. Rock not feeling particularly great about that. I'll have to seal this off too later on before the water, otherwise we're going to have water. I'm wondering if water, if I actually drop that there and keep it, will actually kind of dampen the heat. I don't think so. And here's an interesting thought. What if I mean, that obsidian's a little far away. But if I did have obsidian that happened to be close. I mean, right now I've got a dupe that... Yeah, I can't dig through it anyway, never mind. But if I did... Come back to that one. Let's spend a little bit of time upping our calories. Now that you're doing that, I'm thinking I should continue on to at least, I think the goal should be hitting this Abyssalite. That's not too far. I think relying on ice is going to be a big mistake in this area. So let's take that out. Actually, technically, well, we've got we've got a small amount of abyssite up there. Up to this point. If I could just cover... Oh, hold on. I think I need to do a little bit less. I didn't realize there was abyssite pieces along this way. I mean, this is just going to save us maybe a bit, but still. So one thing I want to do early is get rid of this guy here just for the radiation. But I'm also realizing it's not just liquid brine ice I want to worry about. We've got other things. Let's look at phosphorus. That melts at 243. Let's not rely on that as a wall on the hot side. And bleachstone, 600. Actually, maybe I'm not terribly worried about bleachstone. And iron, there's no way that that's going to be a problem. Yeah, 1500. So, this is going to be on the side. Got now different things, but I might want to probably shale's the most local. Oh, that though. Not loving how close that is. Though we've got the iron, which still can melt. I'm just coming a little close. Maybe I'm... Okay, more thinking. Need it. So decided we're just going to make this simple and we'll go up this way. Just making sure we have the rule of not letting ice be part of our wall system. Start filling in some of this. As we're adding in this warm tiling, we're seeing a little bit of melting. Maybe just avoid that going down too far to do this. Cause a little bit of stress. I think we need a good dupe that is here for the ability to do some cooking. I think I'm already sinking myself with this plan, but here's Chop. It's going to... Or I apparently sleep on the floor. Put Chop down there. We didn't move Rock. Anyways, make a priority of them doing cooking as opposed to anyone else. But the rest of the team, I'm going to get them to do some buried objects. I'm remind myself I'm not going for the local word challenge, so I think next time I'm going to get into farming much earlier. Maybe even before I do any preparation, vacuum tiles and that, we put plants in farm tiles, or not farm tiles, but planter boxes. So we can give some skills out. Hammer construction, nails construction. So actually waiting for this moment too. I guess the start of cycle 7 before we get into the granite area. Maybe that would have been good because now we've got 2 dupes that can dig through this area. But I'm going to make, I'm going to give a little bit of time to get some buried objects out. We'll start the mush bar production. Okay, let's maybe grab that, find a way down here. Then we'll get back to it over here. Doing a little bit of patchwork up here. In a tile right there. Let's see. I want to had some brine ice there, so I want to replace that. Oh, silly critter. And I just noticed I don't like... Oh wait, this actually is the wall, never mind. Fortunately, I don't see any iron or sorry, igneous rock. Well, there's some, but it's too far away. Actually, I should fill in behind this at the same time. Continue digging along here. This might cause a little bit of complication. Oh no, I think we're good. Oh, except for here, of course. And that's the end of cycle 7. Things are going far too quickly. Alright, so we get someone to take that out. So we've got a bislight there, so I'm thinking that part is fine. Well, I actually like to get all the vacuum here, so we still want to... Yeah, let's do that. That, and that. And that will be that through here using a little bit of abyssalite. Oh, we forgot that. We forgot that. Now I will I might use this time. Oh yeah, before we do that, let's grab our water. Some over here too. Oh yeah, and I told myself I was going to put a tile right there. So this is all water that we'll be able to save. Right, and let that drain out a bit. Is there any final stuff I want to get from this place? Because now's the time. I think I'm just going to let, at this point, a few things fall. Other than that, maybe we'll just take a brief moment to look for a few buried objects down here. And then we'll let this water drain out, and I'll start sealing this up. This is actually... Yeah, I'll come back to that after. So just take a little bit of time and go and do some buried object hunting. Oh, did not notice this. Maybe make that a priority for quick seconds. And let's start the process. We can still get water to flow out. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'll fill that in, and we'll see, I guess. Imagine we're having another struggle trying to keep these guys in the lower section before impact. Hold on, can you take care of that last tile? Didn't see that. What's that? Snack fruit. Relocate that down here. Not that it's much calorie. Oh yeah, it's not your priority. You're on digging. Take that out too. Are you guys still digging? A few more places. So when, remind myself, we've got one, oh, it's 1.8 cycles. Let's just see. I feel like this probably isn't going to go that well anyways, and I don't know exactly how long this is going to take. Let's just start the sealing up process. Get that going. Was I intending that to be a vacuum? I think that's a little close, but we'll see. This is going to give me a sense of, let's say, 4 layers. I feel like I'm going to undo that. Make this a priority. Okay. Then I've got to figure out how I'm going to join this. Well, let's do this. Maybe we'll just... Yeah, okay. We'll just keep going along this way until these guys meet. And then that will be our wall. Do a little bit of a test, see how it goes. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay, see how I'm going to do this. So, yeah, now I've got to do this type of thing. $11,000 calories. Oh, maybe we've got a cot for chef. Too distracted. And we'll take this out. Alright, well, with the rest of the time, first of all, do a quick double check. See if I've missed anything. Other than that, I'll do a cycle of some basic setup until this thing slams into us. And we'll see what happens. We're good over here with the bisylite. Oh, missed that. Missed that. Brine ice, I'm not expecting to last very long. And it's time for another dupe. So this is Beaker, really good at research. Throw them down here. Do a priority of getting them to do research, though I don't know that we're going to go very far with that. What I should have researched earlier, I'm thinking here, is the planter box. Don't know that those guys can actually reach that. There we go. And just digging out a path for water to flow down. Maybe get a ladder going down further. Okay, so with that, let's do some planting just in case we make it. So we're gonna get some farming together. Feel like that's should have been something that was already there. Oxygen diffuser. Oxygen is very low. And forget a tile right there. And we'll watch this play out for us. we put in our first few. Put in sweet corn. All right. Mimicas. That's not gonna fly the way I thought. Actually, well, maybe it is good I had a dupe there on cooking for us. We will go Mimica. Oh, there is one Mimica flying around. Okay, that's good. So maybe we'll start some of this as well. Beaker with advanced research. Didn't really plan out my laboratory. I don't know that I could have a micro musher in with the laboratory. Research-wise, probably, if I were successful, and I don't think I'm going to be, I feel like air systems would be the next priority so that we could start making some oxygen from water. Now, there was a Mimica here. Maybe we'll open this up just to make that Mimica come over here. And then with the remaining time, I'm thinking of just relocating water further down so that we can continue our ladder easily. A bit of a splash in this spot temporarily, hoping. I think that was enough. We just need to wait for that. And wait for impact. Less than a minute, guys. Did our plan work? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. That was floating in the air. That's bizarre. If this had been a normal asteroid, I guess I would have had to build a ladder up to it. I'm not feeling great. Not feeling great about this. Before it's... Okay, I mean, this looks better. Looks a lot better than what I had before. Is it enough? Did I give enough space? There's a hydrogen vent. Iron, volcano. Oh, and right, I have to remember the other So this is all different. I was trying to memorize where... Wow, there's a lot of volcanoes. Volcano. Cobalt metal base volcanoes down there. Anyway, I'm not going to bother focusing on that now that I know that asteroids different. Let's look at the overall temperature. Here is what I'm wondering. This will melt at 829, 26, 800 and something. We're approaching that. Boom, we've melted. Will this one then melt? So this temperature, it starts to go down as this goes up. Boom. We've melted. An unlikely event that this isn't going to... this will stop. Let me make a little brief plan. This is a little bit more just comical planning, but I'm thinking if I were one of these guys, probably not going to worry about having this set up. We'll just make a bunch of tiles to see maybe if that would prevent this stuff from going through. No, it did not. Okay. Did learn something here. And I actually was expecting this to be the case. But the tiles here melt quicker. And I guess that's my assumption. Oh, I'm pretty sure the mass is 200 kilograms, where the mass of like everything else is much higher. So if I were to have tiles, yeah, that shows me that that's weak. Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, let's just let this play out quickly, but that has taught me something. I'm curious here whether this is maybe I'll give this, I didn't give this a lot of time last time to see what would happen. Because I want to see, is 3 enough? Clearly, tiles is a weakness. Absolutely, I see that now. And we've lost a dupe. I just want to let this play out a little bit more before I go back. The other thing, please leave your comments and suggestions if you have any. It's gonna be a few episodes before I go through them. Because I want, and I'm not doing any research. This is just me trying to figure out things. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so we have... There's two things on my mind. First of all, yeah, I'm thinking over here we were all right. Why is that? I guess it's because wherever the liquid lands, it is going to warm up. Cool off, I mean. Becomes solid. Because everything around it is not... Oh, and we made iron, of course. Curious, let's have a look up here. What happened here? Here we fared really well. I mean, it's a cool zone, so by the time this went through, temperatures are... I mean, it's warm, but we're talking 100 degrees. That's not going to melt anything. So having a little bit of cool zone in between, super helpful. Over here. Yeah, we had a little bit of a risk. Wherever we have this liquid, and this is a very hot area. So more space is needed. The steam just went nuts. Phosphorus gas. Yep. Complete meltdown, though I think we did better. I'm a little bit... I think that the biggest surprise, to be honest, was the fact that the asteroid didn't realize changed. I might investigate that. I don't know whether to keep doing this the same asteroid, whether it's this one, the previous one, or just keep switching it up. But I can tell that there's going to be really good... If this is the technique I'm going for, there's going to be really good asteroids and really bad asteroids. Wherever there's air bubbles and I have to fill in tiles later on, going to be a problem. All right, well, that's my second attempt to try to survive 100 cycles with no deaths after this thing smashes in on us. Till next time.